You gotta relax. It's just her.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Well, if anyone can get her, it's you. But if you don't...
I know. It just boggles my mind. Why now? We've been chasing her for years. Something just seems off.
Don't let her take control. Stay present. Don't wander. Above all, don't stray from the mission. It's maybe our only chance.
That's an order. Go! Good afternoon, sir.
Updates?
Well, she was found behind a Bank of America by the police by the Capitol.
Casualties?
4 officers.
And her crew?
Well, sir, she was alone.
What?
Yes, sir. She was alone and she didn't take any money.
What about her weapons?
We didn't retrieve any. And the camera footage shows her using just her hands.
She goes from breaking into the Pentagon and killing armed guards to doing the same thing in 5 more heavily guarded facilities just to end up being caught behind a bank. Something isn't adding up.
I agree. But I guess that's why General Victor asked for you specifically.
Yeah, let's go with that.
How long they've been at it?
4 hours.
Anything? Well, she does have the same training we do. How far is transport away?
20 minutes.
Tell them they have 10.
Sir, forgive my skepticism. We have highly trained agents in a facility that's off the grid. No disrespect, but I don't think we have anything to worry about.
You know the story? She has the record for lasting the longest in torturing scenarios in training. Instructors still talk about it to this day. How they just had to stop because nothing they did worked.
What are y'all doing?
4 hours? No. She's here because she wants to be here. Tell them they have 10. And that's in order.
Yes, sir.
We're dealing with every government agency's #1 suspect. And we will not lose 5 years of planning just because we wanted to underestimate her. I need everyone out. Wait for the detainment team for a proper handoff.
Listen up! Everyone out!
Agent, 10 minutes.
Yes, sir.
Kenneth Cole Black Cologne, African Black Soap, and dress shoes with horrible soles. Must be in real trouble if they sent you. Lieutenant Micheals, nice to see you again.
It's Colonel now.
Oh, well, congratulations.
Don't move. Don't move. Lower your weapon and give us the room. Yes, sir.
Micheals,
Katana.
straight to business, I see.
When we were in the academy together, you said you wanted to change the world. Thought you meant with us. Not this.
What's the difference between your right and wrong and my right and wrong?
The death of innocent people. So don't give me that government conspiracy bullshit, Katana.
Still not ready for the truth, I see. We'll circle back to that. $137?
What?
It's 137, correct? So, I'm captured alive. Although at this point, the order was understandably the opposite. And they've kept me in this safe house for hours, all so they can send you. You're here to offer me something. Well,
Listen carefully, because I'm only going to say this once. You will tell us where you hid the hard drive and servers you took from the NSA, the viruses you stole from the CDC, and the launch codes from the Pentagon. As soon as you took those items, now instead of one, you need 2 high-ranking officials to use them. I'm telling you this because you know how they work, yet you took the risk. What we want to know is who you are working with and what your plan is. Consecutive life sentences. No death penalty. That's the deal. But choose your next words wisely. Because there are no negotiations, no rebuttal, no way of talking your way out of this. Not this time. It's either this or we take you out of here. And you will die.
cowards die many times before their deaths. The valiant never taste of death but once. Of all the wonders I yet have heard, it seems most strange to me that men should fear. Seeing that death, a necessary end, will come when it will come. What do you stand for, Steven?
You don't get to call me that.
Why not? Does it bother you? I remember you used to like when I said it.
That was before.
Before
you used me to gain access to steal the launch codes in the first place. Remember? What do I stand for? Truth, justice, keeping the peace. The things you and I took an oath to uphold.
Don't be ignorant. You're smarter than that. We did their bidding without questioning whose truth and peace we were actually protecting. It was all good and according to plan when we went into Iran and we bombed the insurgents, our enemies. But how about when we went into Sudan and we bombed that small village full of innocent people? Then we did the same thing in Venezuela, Morocco, Nigeria. What truth did we stand for? What peace? Who are they to decide who is innocent and who is guilty? Meanwhile, the highest bidder, terrorist or not, gets away with it every time.
Oh? And what are you? The highest bidder? You've killed innumerable people, and you've done it with no remorse.
Remorse? The next thing you're going to talk to me about is having empathy and showing compassion. There is none of that in this. None. If you are in the way of the mission, you are dealt with accordingly. And the only deterrent is not knocking people out, no ideal threats, but death.
You are speaking how your father reads you. You don't feel guilty about any of this. Prey on these people. You love that sensation. Katana, we're not talking like one or two people. We're talking hundreds. Innocent people just following orders to stop a killer. And for what? You see yourself as some type of vigilante?
They lied to us, Steven. Every single word was a lie, just to fulfill their agenda. And they underpaid us to do it. I was done, and you should be too. Vigilante? This isn't a movie or a comic book. I am necessary. There's no nice way to do this. It's just what has to be done. If you want to put a name to it, fine. It's easy to see me as the villain. I made sure all my kills were up close and personal because I believe they deserve at least that. To see their killer in their eyes, to beg for their lives, to plead, to crawl, then to pray to their God, hoping that torment would. It's the panic and the fear that gets me. These soldiers' whole job is to protect or die. Remember? They know this. They train this way. And yet, when they see me and I look in their eyes, it's not confidence I see, not revenge for their falling, but panic and fear. But they deserve a death fit for their position. You can read all the books you want, interview people from dusk to dawn, but it's not until you have your hands around someone's neck or a blade penetrating flesh that you get to see who they really are. Everyone hides behind their mask to show strength. But behind it, weakness.
What you do, what you've become, I can't let you go anywhere alive.
You and I both know that deal is no good. Even if I agreed, they'll just kill me anyway. I know too much. I've done too much.
Is transport here?
It just pulled up, getting ready for detainment.
Right on time, I presume?
I wish things could be different. I really do. But it seems I'm always gonna be me. And you are always gonna be you. You stand in the way of freedom and what's right. And I just can't let you win. What?
Come on, Steven. You've been looking and searching for the answer to the question you've been asking yourself since you first walked into the room. Probably since you first walked into the building, and probably when you first got wind of the case.
Why now?
Well, DC is the only place I know they would for sure send you.
There's no way.
We were classmates. We were intimate. And with your rank now, there's no one better. Took you 5 years. Gave me 5 years. Any bank wouldn't do, but the bank by the US Capitol, that would turn some heads. And of all the time passed of no one coming to this place, the agents here become complacent.
What's going on?
Take cover! I'm hit!
What's happening?
Like I said, when a safe house goes untouched for years, they let their guard down. The small details they would notice in the beginning tend to go away with time. And all I would have to do is recruit the right agents to be at the right place at the right time. And you wouldn't even notice it.
The detainment team. But you would need a high-ranking official just to even get in here.
Like a lieutenant.
Blake! What the? Why are you helping her?
You good?
Yes. And we have everything we need now with his card.
How did you?
The first thing they taught us in the academy is to get your subject comfortable to drop their guard, if even for a second. And that's when you make your move.
So blinking my card is gonna give you access to the codes.
Don't blame yourself. It's not all your fault. It's leverage that keeps my operation going. And now, with this,
Take the shot.
I can see in your eyes, you don't have the heart to do it. Trained to be a killer, but Steven, come on. Plus, you haven't shot that gun in ages. The higher the rank, the more careless you become. I can tell by the dust in the muzzle and the way you stand. Hand is trembling just slightly. Heartbeat is raising. Breathing is becoming less controlled. Pupils are dilated.
Take the shot!
I'm willing to kill and die in the name of my justice, my truth. My peace. What about you, Micheals? How far are you willing to go? Let's go.
Attention to all units. Katana Huxley has escaped with 2 agents, one unnamed, and the hostage, Lieutenant Thomas Blake. They're armed and extremely dangerous. If you see them, use extreme caution. And if engaged, take the shot.